On to the question. I have recently rekindled my love for professional wrestling. I used to watch religiously as a kid and into early adulthood and stopped watching around 2013, 2014. Can you both name one wrestler on the current roster and one wrestler of the past that you enjoyed watching? Doesn't necessarily have to be your favorite, but a wrestler that, in your opinion, was great to watch work. Also, why didn't they give LA Knight the briefcase? Yeah. All right, so I can answer the second question very easily. Would you like to answer the first one?
Who's current?
Name one wrestler on the current roster and one wrestler of the past that you enjoyed watching. Doesn't necessarily have to be your favorite.
I recently have, I know this is like kind of a maybe a bad answer because he's so popular and has been for a long time. I've really enjoyed Seth Rollins' work lately.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's just fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's a way that he's sort of channeling some like 80s/90s pageantry of like, Randy Savage certainly comes to mind, ravishing Rick Rude, without it feeling corny or derivative. It's his own thing, but he is sort of tapping into a bygone era that I grew up with.
Okay.
And that combined with his ring work and his mic work, just love watching him right now.
Yeah, he's crushing it right now.
Past wrestler that I really enjoyed, I want to give a shout out to Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect.
Okay.
Just, I think really underrated, both in terms of his mic skills and sort of his heel charisma. A lot of people focus on his technical work, which is fantastic. Makes any match better that he's in. Ring work is just beyond reproach, basically. But I think really underrated in terms of his like cockiness and arrogance and smugness, just sort of exuding off of him. The thing with the towel, like, slapping his gum into the crowd, just all that stuff. Phenomenal wrestler. And I think not as appreciated as he should be.
All right. So obviously as a major wrestling fan, I could talk about this forever. I'm going to keep it somewhat short. Name one wrestler on the current roster who I'm currently enjoying watching. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. MJF.
He's awesome.
He's the nuts.
Yeah.
And his thing with Adam Cole, is very funny and very enjoyable. So MJF is like very high on my list right now. I'm also enjoying a lot of the work by Jay White and Rock Hard Juice Robinson, which is just an incredible nickname.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people I'm enjoying right now. Honestly, I still think that Roman Reigns is the stone cold nuts right now. I think Cody Rhodes is doing incredible work right now. There's a lot of good things going on in wrestling, which is why wrestling has been a lot of fun recently. And it's very weird that I did a wrestling podcast for almost a decade and I'm not doing one right now when wrestling is the best it's been in the past 10 years. Anyway, one wrestler of the past that I enjoyed watching a ton. My answer is Kurt Angle. I'm a big Kurt Angle guy.
Yes.
The idea that someone who was actually an Olympic gold medalist could lose in fake wrestling and they actually made it make sense is quite the feat. He was outrageously good in the ring. He was a very good promo who didn't take himself too seriously. And all of his matches are fucking bangers.
It is. I love Kurt Angle a lot too. And it's really, I think it says a lot about his work that he could really embrace some of the absurdity of professional wrestling, despite his background being the most serious and most professional of anyone.
He would
ever.
not lose to a single person that works there.
Yeah.
He would kick all of their asses.
It's basically 1 and 1A with him and Brock.
Yeah, like him and Brock, that would be a lot of fun to watch, like a real thing.
And Brock's been able to kind of tap into this a little bit lately, but most of his career, it's been like, it's super serious.
Yeah.
He's trying to convey legitimacy to the WWE. And for Kurt Angle to be a great performer, to be good on the mic, and to not take himself too seriously in spite of having that background, I think is just really spectacular performance.
It's incredible.
Great career. Yeah.
It's incredible.
Incredible.